Hey, Portland Women's Expo. I am so excited.
Woo!
I want to show you something, ladies. Let's show off our shirts. I'm here with Nicole and Amy of Nic&Amy. So I am Jamie Young. I am the events director for the Portland Women's Expo, also the founder of Jamie Young Swag and Strategy. And this is going to be just a really intimate, fun, free flow interview style about Nic&Amy. So let's throw it out. I'm going to ask some questions your way and start by telling us your names.
Ooh, who wants to go first? Well, Nic&Amy. So I'm Nic, Nicole
And I'm
Decosta
Amy.
from Portland, and that's Amy. Yes, we're so
Tell me-
happy to join you.
Yay! Well, I'm excited to have you with us. I'm glad that you accepted.
Thanks for having us.
Tell me your business.
Amy, go for it.
No, really? So we have a lifestyle brand for women, and it's we have humorous products, we have inspirational and empowerment products that we do. And we launched this a year ago, February. And so we're 1 year old. And now we're kind of working on expanding. We just launched a journal this last year. We started off with t-shirts, and now we're moving to journals, and we're going to have some other products. So yeah, we're just really excited. It's all about supporting and empowering and inspiring women, and a portion of our proceeds goes to Girls Incorporated.
Okay. So tell me, what inspired you to open your business?
Oh, how many conversations have started at a Starbucks that have led to a fun new business venture? I'm sure there are millions. So yeah, Amy and I, we do so much in the community. I feel like she and I both have our careers going, but we also do things for so many businesses, so many events around town. We just kind of, I don't know, we like being community connectors, I guess. And so we were just having a fun laugh at Starbucks, and the idea just naturally kind of came up that what if we did something where we could put fun phrases, kind of empowering for women, and have that be something that helps the community, gives people a nice laugh, because we know that when we wear these shirts, you know, around town and whatnot, we do get a response because you can't help but read it. It's a very simple t-shirt. It's very comfortable cotton, and you can just, read it so easily. And so it always starts a conversation. We kind of had the idea. We had some prototypes made, and tell her what happened when we went up to Seattle.
Oh my gosh, it was so funny. So Nicole is a reporter in her other life. And we went up for the Taylor Swift concert, and we decided to wear our shirts because she was covering it. And at first we just thought, oh, we're going to wear them and, see what happens. And so and take some fun photos and stuff. So we first went down to Pike Place to, grab some dinner and, a cocktail before the show, and to take some fun photos. And as soon as we stepped off the elevator, like literally took 2 steps out of the elevator. Yeah. Somebody walked up to us and said, oh my gosh, I love your shirt. And then started talking about something that, it connected them with. And we were both she was wearing the love shirt. I was wearing the badass shirt. And we were just shocked, and we're like, okay, well, that was exciting. And then we kept walking, and we kept going these different places, and people were stopping us. There was a woman that had a flower stand in Pike Place Market, and she wanted to know where we got the shirts and what they were about. And we were out in front of the Pike Place sign, and we're taking pictures, and people were stopping us. People were giving us high fives. They're like, oh my God, that's so cool. And we had absolutely no idea. And it continued throughout the whole night. So even when we were at the concert and stuff, they became conversations, and we were having conversations with all of these strangers, but it was so fun. And it was fun to hear their stories and how our quotes on our shirts connected with them.
And how many times do we see somebody walking around with a t-shirt on? I don't think can I get a picture with your shirt, or can I ask you about your shirt? I just think, oh, that's funny, and keep walking. But apparently in Seattle, this is like a thing. like the difference between Portland and Seattle. Yay, one more difference.
Yeah.
Is they, were stopping us in crosswalks. I mean, it was just a really strange lead up to going to the Taylor Swift concert, which was, of course, very female, rah-rah, very empowering on its own. So just within like a 5-hour period, Amy and I kind of like left the concert, got in the car, and thought, okay, I think we're like starting a business. Like, we just wanted some cute shirts, but apparently, other people do too. And maybe there's a way we can give back as well.
So those were prototypes that you were wearing that night. Those were just like the fun, like girlfriend shirts and.
You can get shirts made. We were like, okay, let's find a distributor. Let's find let's find a manufacturer who can, send us a couple shirts. We probably had like, I don't know, we made like a dozen. Gave it to our friends and family, just kind of like fun, and then we became committed after that show and after seeing Taylor. It was kind of like, girls can kind of do anything. So why not? Why not us? Why not anyone really? You can start anything, especially if you have an internet connection and a goal. So it was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. And I think a lot of people right now are chasing some dreams. You're right, with just internet and a webcam, and look what we're doing right now.
Yeah. Well, and they say that 80% of people have ideas, or out of 100% of the people that have ideas and they talk about stuff, there's 80% that have the idea and they think about the idea and they want to do the idea, but there's that 20% that actually take the step to institute the idea and to push it forward and make it happen. And I've always been that way. And Nicole's also a big go-getter. She's been, very proactive in her career and pushing things forward and achieving her dreams and goals. And so it was kind of a little bit of a challenge to be like, okay, let's do this. Like, we don't totally know what we're doing, but we're going to do this. And a year later, here we are.
So it's been 1 year.
Yeah.
About a year. I think having an accountability partner too was really good for me, because think about it. Like, if you go to the gym or if you're trying to do a work project or whatever, it's nice to have people to be accountable for, like, hey, where's that, where's your deadline? Where are your abs? I'm still wondering. But with Amy, it was so great to have somebody be like, okay, now let's start our social media, and here's kind of some ideas, and I'm rocking and rolling and she's rocking and rolling. And it just, created a really cool energy that we already had, because we already collaborated a lot in a work environment, but it was just, I don't know. I just thought it was really cool to kind of elevate an idea to the next level. And I kind of want to do more of it. It's kind of addicting when you can take an idea and then just kind of see what happens. So yeah.
It's exciting. I think it was a year ago, right about now, that I ran into you ladies at an event and you had a booth. And, Nicole, I knew you, and I don't think I knew, no, because you introduced me to Amy.
Yeah.
And I bought a shirt there because, one, the shirts are cute, they're super cozy, they're fun, and I wanted to support a female-owned business that is on the ground trying to bring it to fruition. And I think that we're in this time right now where we are supporting one another, and we really want to see small business succeed and grow. And it was really exciting to be part of that. I didn't know that it was, brand new for you. Now you're telling me a year ago. I'm like, wow. So like, that was really early for you when I got to meet you and purchase this shirt that I've had for a year now.
Well, and that trade show, that was another great opportunity, is that we're just kind of starting small. And, we had a little build up. We, started our website. Oh, let's open our Instagram. There's all these little things that you start and you tell your friends, but I think doing that trade show was kind of Seattle all over again.
Yeah.
In regards to people coming up and sharing, like, this phrase means something to me. My daughter and I are going to get matching shirts, or I really like that you're giving back to, female empowering organizations such as Girls Inc. So it was kind of, again, we left that day and we're like, okay, we don't know where this leads. We hardly know the track that we're on, but we're at least walking the right way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Building traction.
Yeah.
So, what are some current or upcoming projects that Nic and Amy will be working on?
Oh, I love it. Well, I mean, Amy, do you want to talk about the journals? I mean, those have been really, really fun and very new just the past month.
Yeah, so we just launched a 5x7 journal, and it's the "You're bold, you're beautiful, you're badass" quote. And
Mine right here. Hold on.
do you have yours right there? Yay! Yes. So, and the cool part about it is, so that this is another thing. Nick and I, we are journal lovers. We take them everywhere with us, and we are constantly writing, things down and trying to, keep notes for meetings and stuff. And rather than take a computer or something of that nature, doing the pen to paper is more comfortable for most people. And so so we decided to make the journals and launch it, and we launched it I think it was like a month ago. So yeah, it's and we have sold quite a few, and people are giving them as gifts and everything. And we also package them up really nice. They come wrapped and with a little card that has a quote talking about how badass you are.
So tell me, what is great right now?
I love it. Sorry, my computer screen keeps getting a little frozen.
Are you still there?
Did we lose Nicole?
A little slow-mo here. What was the question?
I said,
I think my internet's a little bit.
what is great right now?
Oh, Amy, can I go first?
Go.
Okay,
Yeah.
my house has like little quotes and things. I'm not like a hoarder, but I just have like a couple little things around. And look at this. It's a good day for a good day, ladies.
I love it.
It's sure.
Like every day there are things to be grateful for. And I love how you're just talking about journaling and how important that is and whatnot. Sorry, my screen got frozen, so I'm sure you said other amazing things, but it was like
Yeah, no, that's fine.
But just right now, I know that we're in quarantine and just connecting with you guys. This is a blessing today. And, having friends and family, and I don't know about you guys, but in this time, I feel like we've kind of gotten back to basics, if that makes sense, of what's important. Because even just looking back a month ago, it's like, people worry about such silly things, I'm just like, oh my gosh, what am I going to wear to this thing? Or what am I going to, it's who cares? Is your health okay? Are your parents okay? Do we have food? Are we sitting at home cozy? I mean, I don't know. And just relationships has just kind of become kind of number one. Not that it wasn't before, but it's good to be reminded, what's actually important in the world. So I don't know. There's a lot of things to be thankful for, and a little chai tea never hurts.
And I have my green tea. Love it. Hey. Nick is totally right. Like she and I did the last 90 days, which is an exercise to get you to focus rather than just leading up to the first, part of the year. You focus on the last part of the year and kind of getting yourself set, and you look back on what you're grateful for, and you look forward, to what your dreams and goals are. And I was really grateful that I did that, because it took me during a time that's really hectic, like Christmas and Thanksgiving and all of that type of stuff. And it caused me to stop and pause. And I completely agree with her that at this moment, I have continued to write down each day what I'm grateful for. And some of my stuff is like my morning cup of coffee, or the sunshine, or a walk, or something like that. I never realized that how much those things actually meant when everything got so simple. They took on a new meaning. And because my sitting there with my morning cup of coffee during this time is much different than when I was sitting there working a lot and kind of a little distracted. I appreciated it and was grateful. But now it's like this actual moment in my life where I really take a look at what does this day look like. And I'm just grateful at such a different level now. And so I'm thankful for having had some of this, because it's caused me to stop and pause.
Mm-hmm.
That's beautiful. You know, it wasn't too long ago. I think I remember saying this out loud. I don't remember who it was to, but that I prayed for stillness. I prayed for boredom. Like I prayed for things to just slow down. And Nicole, you're right. Like it's happened. And I think people don't know what to do with it yet. I know that I don't know what to do with it yet. I'm trying to, but I prayed for stillness and boredom.
I know. And you guys, what have you learned about yourself though in this time? Because I have learned weird things about myself. Like, I don't know. I have not binge watched anything. It's been like 2 weeks. I've been taking like online classes and like learning and like just calling people. And apparently literally an apocalypse situation is still not going to make me clean out my garage. So the excuse is not good. I just don't want to do it, you know, but I think all three of us here on this call, we are people that don't really sit still. And so I don't know how I've stayed busy doing such dumb things. Like I'm finishing my taxes, or I'm, you know, organizing this closet, that closet. Who knew how many shoes we have? Do not count how many shoes you have. I frightened myself. I had no idea. I'm not even like a fashion, you know, shoe person, but I was just like, wow. So anyway, I think it's kind of a weird time. We're all learning a lot.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I spent the first week like on this OCD cleaning, like mad woman thing. And I'm like, okay, this is not good. Like I need to like slow down. I mean, I was thankful for it, you know, but I also was like, okay, this is, and I too, like you, kind of counted my shoes and looked at my closet and went, whoa,
Yeah.
like I've got a lot of stuff, and you know, what does stuff really mean? So, so it was that, but I also have, I started doing yoga, which was a goal of mine. And so I found a video online, Yoga with Adrienne. It's awesome. And she is super cool. I just started doing her yoga videos on YouTube. And I have been saying to myself for the last year, I want to go to a yoga studio. I want to take a class. Once a week, I need to do this. It's important for me. And I've been doing it here at my home with YouTube and Adrienne, and it's been fabulous.
Adrienne and Amy kicking it in quarantine. I love it. I want to do yoga with you guys. Although, I don't know. I think I've hurt myself and then there's nowhere to go.
At the Women's Expo, we used to work in office. We would do 2:00 yoga. It was this 10-minute video, and we do it every single day. We on the nice days of the month or of the year, we would do a 2:00 walk. But when the weather got bad, it turned into 2:00 yoga, and it was beautiful.
Oh, that's awesome.
So kind of since quarantine, I haven't cleaned anything.
I'll come clean for you. I don't know why I like it so much. It's so weird.
Me too.
I've stayed busy though, because most of my work is virtual. So thank goodness my husband is home today. So I got to do these calls uninterrupted, but working with a 2-year-old is really challenging. So, you know, most of my calls are video conferencing or telephone. And sometimes I'm doing it while chasing a 2-year-old and trying to pretend like I'm in this like office or something, but I'm not really in an office. I'm chasing a 2-year-old who's taking her clothes off and learning to get potty trained.
That's awesome.
Well, ladies, tell me, how can people connect with you? And while you do that, I'm going to screen share your website. So please tell me if for some reason you don't see the screen share, which means I'm doing something wrong. But do you see this?
Yeah.
There's our Etsy.
That's
Yay.
your Etsy. So this is where, here, I'm going to start with your website homepage. Super adorable. I love that.
Oh, that was so fun. That was such a fun day. Oh my gosh.
I know. We had way too much fun doing that photo shoot.
I'm really looking forward to my haircut, and it keeps getting moved back. But look at our hair was so fun that day.
Know, right? I miss my hairstylist.
So So Nic&Amy.com is the website where you can learn all about what we're doing and what, new phrases and what new products that we're launching. And we feature, some fun people at the bottom that are wearing our gear. And then from there, it clicks through to our Etsy page where you can learn more about the products and make purchases. And it's super easy. Everything arrives really quick. That's one thing we're really good at is things get out the same day. So we've been really trying to stay up with orders. And yeah, the feedback's been really fun. I think I literally just want to take a day and just write like nice things to people online. I mean, because the whole online community, people can be so mean. I'm not talking about our business, but just in general. And when we get such nice comments, I'm just like, this is awesome. Like people appreciate each other. And I love that. I love, just
yeah, it's been fun because like we've had people tag us on Instagram with pictures where they're wearing our shirts. Or, send us little videos or, stuff like that. We try to share those, to kind of give another face to the product, which is, everyday women, wearing these. And so that's been fun. We also try to interact a lot on Facebook with everybody. And we really want to hear from people, especially now, like if they want to get on and they see something that we've posted that inspires them or, moves them in a certain way. On Instagram, we try really hard to post stuff. So like we post our things, but then we also post things that inspire us or, kind of are a little bit about who we are or fun things that kind of motivate us in an everyday way or visually. And what we hope is that what we're putting out there is inspirational for other people too. So we totally want people to interact with our, social media out there.
Oh, it's fun. Who wants to talk to themselves? I don't know. I do it enough here with the Chihuahua running around. We want to talk to the people. It's a lot more fun. And plus, that's how we've gotten to know so many cool businesses online too. As people are like, hey, can we use your t-shirt for this? Or we're doing similar things and there is room for everybody. Like we know there are a million t-shirt companies out there. We know that. We get that. But there really is room for everybody and everybody's business is unique. And we're just trying to put out good vibes and we really appreciate everyone that's interacted. So, yeah.
Well, I'm so excited that you ladies joined us today to kind of share with us how you got started, where you're at now, who you're supporting, and what's good today. So, Nicole, I appreciate you joining us. We're going to streamline. We're going to take a little lane over here.
Love it.
We're going to talk to Amy Maxwell about her company.
Have fun.
Bye, Nicole.
Have a great afternoon. Bye, guys.
Talk with you later.
So, Miss Amy, so I know that you have another business outside of Nic&Amy, and I'm going to go ahead and take our screen share off here. Perfect. So tell me about your other business. What is it? What do you do? How do you serve?
Well, my other business is Ticket Tomato. I've been in the entertainment business for over 20 years, and my ex-husband and I owned a music production company, and it was born back in 2007. We were really frustrated with the ticketing options that were out there, and we started to build something online for our own purposes. And it ended up kind of just, everybody started finding out that we were doing it, and they were like, hey, can we use it? And so he and I talked, and we decided that this should be a standalone business. And so, and then it was Waterfront Blues Festival that approached us and said, hey, can you ticket the Blues Festival? And literally that was our very first gig. And I was terrified because I'm like, can't I do a baby gig? Like one that has like 10 people? And so I was a little nervous, and I don't think I had any fingernails after that. But it went really well. We just did the specialty passes at that time. And now they're one of our largest clients. They're our longest client. And now we process, I would say probably about 80% of the tickets for the festival, 80 to 90%. And I operate the box office on site. We integrate with all the gates there and everything. And it's been amazing. I, never really envisioned having a business like this, but it just kind of, found its way into my world, and I really enjoy it. And we do stuff all over the nation. We're predominantly on the West Coast, just because that's where a lot of my relationships lie. We do believe in being more of a boutique style ticketing company, more high touch, integrate with our clients where we partner, we help promote, we do box office management. We, try to build services onto it based on what our partners' needs are and things. And so it's a little bit different of approach. Some of the other companies out there that are larger have a lot of invested in them, and they've gone the route of technology and kind of being really aggressive out there. And they don't have the same kind of closeness with their partners as we do. So we've kind of chosen to stay smaller and to be more connected with our clients. So and I absolutely love it. It's super fun.
Exciting. I know when I first learned of Ticket Tomato, I actually was registering for an event, and I got to go through the process. And so when I had heard that you were local and it was locally owned, I did not know that at the time. I kind of elbowed the owner of the Women's Expo, and I said, "Hey," and he was super excited to support, a locally owned business as a local, female, business owner, and he was just super excited. So I'm happy to have that partnership and let more events know in our area that you're available, your service is available to them. So now that things are moving very virtual right now, how can you support virtual events?
Well, we can take donations on our site. We can set stuff up for people, to purchase in order to, like where they can add a link if they're doing something that is, virtual based. Right now, we are trying to guide people rather than forcing them to, buy something, having something linked there that encourages them to contribute. Just because it's the nature of where we're at right now and kind of, where everybody is. It's interesting because somebody sent me a link because Dave Matthews did a kind of a webcast up in his attic, and he asked people to donate online, and he raised, I think it was like 2.5 million or something for small businesses. And so it's about all of us coming together at this point. I do think that out of this, there's going to be a little bit more that's going to happen virtual, or maybe people think a little bit differently about how they approach their events and concerts and things, and we'll start seeing a little bit more of this. So it's one of the really unique things that has come out of this. I've been really impressed with how artists have I do know during difficult times, I remember this during 9/11 and working with all these different artists, out of difficulty always comes amazing art, whether it's painting, writing, music. And so I think we've all kind of seen some of this unfold in front of our eyes online, like with Facebook Live and in some of these other things. So it just gives a different perspective, and I'm excited to see where it's going to go.
I see a lot of innovation happening right now. I see a lot of people that one didn't even realize they could work virtually, and all of a sudden they are. So just no matter what people are doing business wise, things are trucking forward, maybe just in a different way. And maybe in a new way. Like, this is totally brand new for us. Like, this is fun, but like maybe what is super brand new will become normal eventually. So I don't know.
Oh no, I agree. When this all started happening, I kind of saw the writing on the wall, and having worked with my programmers and different people, we immediately set up a work at home situation for all the people that work for me. And of course, we're smaller, so it was a little bit easier to do. So we literally implemented the work at home the day that our governor said events over 250 are no longer can happen. And so the very next day we were ready to hit the ground running, because we knew how much this affected all of our clients. And so literally that next day we were postponing events, reaching out to ticket holders, refunding people. You guys were one of our clients. And I felt very privileged to, help Chico make a decision as to how it moved forward, and be kind of a sounding board. And that's where we're different than a lot of other companies, is I want to make myself available and kind of give my insight and expertise so that people can make decisions. And when you're moving a large trade show on the fly, like a day before it's supposed to happen, that is an immense amount of work. And so however we can help and do it, we want to do that. So we're excited to see how nimble we are. One of the things I think made it easy for us is during the summer months, we always move our offices on location. So like when we do Waterfront Blues Festival, we literally move our entire office over to the Marriott and work from there, and still keep everything going. So even all of our other events that we have going on, like, we don't skip a beat. And then we move to the next event that we have that's on location and stuff. And so we already kind of have involved this in a way. And what we've seen is that it makes us more efficient and effective than keeping an office open in a different location where they're separate from the rest of the team. So this type of situation is a little bit normal for us, I guess. So yeah, I'm excited to see where it goes.
Oh, yes. Well, I have so much appreciated getting to know you and Ticket Tomato, also with Nic&Amy t-shirts. And I really hope that, I do want to take one step back. So in the with our event and that day of not knowing what to do, I will tell you, Chico was very pleased to be able to actually be on the phone with you and have the ability to have someone walk them through this, because the two other partners that were set up previously, that didn't happen. There wasn't a phone call. Yep. There was automated emails. And when you're pressed with a really tough situation, none of us have ever dealt with anything like this. Like, we don't know what to do, and we were looking for guidance. We were looking for someone to hold our hand that could be a cheerleader for a moment for us and walk us through it. Even if they didn't have the answers, like, what is our next step? And sometimes our very first step wasn't our final step. It was just, what do we do in the next 24 hours when we're supposed to have a show that's happening and there's supposed to be 8,000 to 10,000 women showing up? Like,
yeah.
Thank you for showing up for us, and thank you for holding space for us.
Hey, that is one of my that is part of our mission as a company, is to integrate with our clients and to help give guidance and to be there on that level. It's a much different approach than having the automated emails and the offshore calls where it's going to a foreign country. I understand why certain companies do that, and I know that that when you have a different business model, it's more appropriate to do that. But there is what people forget is that there's a human component to the technology. There's that person on the other end of the phone that is buying that ticket. The person walks up and checks in that ticket and goes to that experience. And I feel like we've kind of got a little detached and we're relying too much on technology. It's about the integration of all of it together is where it's the most effective. And, we're not in a place yet globally where it is nothing but technology. And I don't even know if we want to go there because, the human piece and the connection and the things. I mean, I'm very, very thankful for all of the technology and the things like for you and I to be able having this conversation right now is based on technology and what we've been able to do at Ticket Tomato and what we've been able to bring our clients. I'm very pro technology, but I think keeping that customer service and that human perspective is really, really important. And it's one that I will not veer away from with my company. It's just a part of who I am and what part of our mission is. So I'm glad I could be there for you guys.
Yay. Well, we just have a few seconds left. So tell us, how can people connect with you?
Well, just like Nic&Amy, we're all over social media. So Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, jump on. Kind of the same way with Nic&Amy, where we believe in putting stuff out there. So right now we're trying to put out positive messages, fun memories of, last year's festivals and different things and encouraging people to let them know that we're going to be back at this again. Like it's going to happen. We'll be out there enjoying the sunshine and the music and, cheersing and all that stuff. So for them to definitely, connect with us that way, follow us, reach out to us, post stuff, anything like that. And then they can also just reach us at tickettomato.com. Which is all of our events and things. We do have some events that are moving to, end of summer, fall. And so it's exciting to see, what's going to happen in the first part of next year. So there's quite a few that are, what we say is they're not canceling, they're just shifting and postponing. So, just keep checking it out and come enjoy something with us when we're all out of this craziness.
Oh, yes. Well, thank you so much for your time today, folks. If you are interested in any of the events that she is talking about, definitely visit Ticket Tomato's website. I'm assuming they can click on the events tab and see what upcoming events they could potentially attend in fall, potentially early 2021.
Awesome.